Hey angels, I hope you're well. This is what's coming in June for my Libra sun, moon, and risings. I will say I got some dreamy but sort of somber songs in a sense for Libra. Seco Buff by Cocteau Twins. Hyper Soft Love Jinx Junk Dream by James K. As well as actually Scorpio by James K. So I don't know if you may have Scorpio placements or if there may be a significant Scorpio in your life. And then because it samples it in Hypersoft, Duvet by Boa. You know, that's a popular song that's like, and you don't seem to understand. A shame you seemed an honest man. But it's not necessarily that. Oh, I just got guided to show for Libra this really cool thing that I bought. Hold up. I went to the farmer's market today and I got this Sailor Moon piece of art. So I don't know if maybe that's relevant for you at all. Really cool. But it's less of like necessarily heartbreak energy and more so like a tenderness right now. But let's see what the cards have to say for June. I want to get three cards from my Ascended Masters Oracle deck. Okay, so we have Work Your Magic with Saint Germain. We have Fertility with Pan, okay? And then we have Right with Thoth. So Work Your Magic to me is like literally about getting into your spell work. And if you're not so much into like the witchy aspect of things, this could be affirmations, this for like manifestation, but it could also be like charisma, like really putting yourself out there and utilizing your charm, because Libras, you are full of charm and you know it. Fertility doesn't necessarily have to be a literal birth or pregnancy, though take that as it will for your situation. But it does speak to me often of like new opportunities, new beginnings. And then right with Thoth, I did get a very, very artistic message for, I think it was Leo. So, and I myself, I'm a Gemini Sun and Venus, Cancer Moon and Rising. I have just been feeling my creative spark coming back so much recently. So perhaps that's kind of like a collective thing going on, or at least for those that like resonate with my collective. But let's see what else comes out. It's kind of too, going back to like the Sailor Moon piece, you know, she was just like living her everyday life when she like received her initiation into like her awakening and powers from Luna. And I feel like that's relevant for me to mention. It's like something about you coming into your own, or you like waking up to your power, perhaps waking up to your magic. Perhaps it comes to you through creative inspiration, or there's some piece of media, maybe something like Sailor Moon, that like awakens that within you. I know it's weird, but there's always a part of me that like kind of believes that like magic, like the magic and powers in Sailor Moon, is like real to an extent. I mean, of course, probably in other realms and more so like the astral, but like I have a kid's heart and imagination when it comes to magic. But yeah, I mean, we did get some like moodier, sadder songs, and then, oh Lord, every single sign. You know, I just posted what's next in love for the signs, and some were positive, some were negative, some were neutral, whatever. But every single sign so far for June, I have had something come up in regards to romance. So I don't know what it is about June that is like priming people for romance right now, but it's coming in if you're open and available to it, because we have the Ace of Cups with the Page of Pentacles. So this is a new beginning. And yes, the Ace of Cups doesn't always have to be romantic love, but that's what I feel. That's what I feel with the card here. And like Page of Pentacles, I feel like it'll start off as a small offer, but this is going to be somebody Queen of Wands and Six of Wands, that like when this comes in, it's going to be very apparent that they're like making an offer to take you out in some kind of way. I see a date in Libra's future in June, okay? And you may already be coupled, you may already be seeing someone, or this might be something that catches you off guard, but I do see a proposal for a date, or, you know, a hangout that kind of leads to more, that being in Libra's future, and very much could be a fire sign with the Six of Wands here and the Queen of Wands. Let's see. What can you tell us about this person? Then we'll see what else comes up for June. What can you tell us about this person? And I honestly can't remember like how y'all's love reading went, Libra, so I apologize. We have the Artist, which is a special card in this deck, so I want to take it literally. This person's probably a creative, and especially with the fire suit, you know, being present here, if they're not a fire sign, I would just take it that they're very creative, maybe spiritually creative as well. I'm kind of feeling magician energy, but they could very well be an artist of some sort. And Nine of Cups reverse, it's almost like this person would not be your usual type. But you give them a chance. Unlike, and God, I hate Love Island, but I did start watching this season because my beloved friend pressured me into talking about it with her. But I bring that up because it's like, they're not your usual type, but unlike Zach towards Kinsey, you actually give them a chance. And how does that go? How does it go? We have the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords, okay? So this is a potential, like, positive connection. So don't get in your head about it because they're not your usual type. I feel like that is going to be, like, the thing that comes up, and this is my preliminary advice to you. Don't write this off just because it almost feels like something that you've manifested, but it looks different than, like, how you expected it to. So that's why you kind of shut it down to an extent. We do have the Six of Cups reversed. Yeah, it's like it's something that doesn't feel familiar, but that could be a green flag depending on what kind of relationships you've had in the past. There could be a little bit of an age difference, and I'm not getting like whether you're the older or the younger one, so I think that could vary. Feathers can be significant. I'm getting, they're like feathered earrings that were like, or like how people used to put feathers in their hair like in the earlier 2000s, like something about that being relevant. I've been getting a lot of like mid 2000s like hipster indie sleaze imagery lately. I don't know why. Just saw 808 on the timer. That makes me think of heartbeats, which is like relevant with this. But what else? What else? Like for those Libras that aren't interested in love right now, what else? We've got Four of Cups and the Four of Swords. Don't ignore your need for rest. That's also something I've been getting pretty heavily lately. Do not ignore your need for rest. We can only keep going for so long until you have a moment like me the other night. I laid down for a nap at 7 and didn't wake up until 7 a.m. the next morning, rushing to shower and take off the previous day's makeup before going to work. So definitely rest before your body crashes out. Don't ignore it. You know, our body is actually our greatest signal. It tells us what we need to know. We have to listen to it. But Ace of Wands, yeah, I mean, this is like fresh energy coming in June. I think you're going to be creatively stimulated, socially stimulated, sexually stimulated, and maybe all three at one time. But you're not going to miss these opportunities that are coming in. They're being woven in your path. It's just like a bright time. And I love that the June readings for everyone, I think so far everyone's had a pretty positive June reading, and it's about time, right? I feel like this year started off a little rocky so far. So hopefully we'll have a hot girl, hot guy, sun's out, guns out, fun for everyone summer. But anyway, that's what I have for you, Libra. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time.